y'all for the fact that my phone wanted to take a break. I apologize. But we're back now. Okay. We're back now. I'm back. I have a surprise probably coming in the second intermission. I don't know if we'll get him in the first. I did say we have a Joe Ciccarelli appearance happening. I know everyone's excited about that, so don't miss out on that. But I apologize again, we had technical issues. So I'll probably edit this part out post live stream and we'll put it back together. But great first period. Alvernia went up 5-0. Couple of crazy plays, including a own goal by Bloomsburg that led to Clay already having 2 tonight. He's one from a hat trick. What a way to start your super senior season, we'll call it, right? And fantastic for him. We also can't forget about the key players. All of the freshmen this year have contributed vastly in this first game, and it is noticeable. We have much tougher challenges ahead, and that's admittable, but the freshmen have played a fine role in making sure that this team can, accomplish the task. And they've stood tall tonight, and they've shown that there's a lot to look forward to this season. We're excited for the D2 Showcase. I'm excited for the D2 Showcase. Dom Garcia got a goal. We were talking about beforehand. He said, I want to get 2 tonight. You got your 1, buddy, after a power play, right? And that time, I'm going to stress it. I always stress it in hockey. The time after a power play, those first couple of seconds, is crucial. He's coming out of the box if they aren't sending a player from the bench, and that just creates room for you to go down ice if you're already there and slot one home. And Dom Garcia did just that. Anyways, early start for the Wolves here tonight, both in the game itself and game time. I will see you guys at the start of the second period in about 10 minutes, 11 minutes, I want to say. I've been Ian Dumas, and until then, see ya. Welcome back to the chat, everyone. Just as an explanation, and I'm just going to kind of run it down again. Actually, y'all can see me now. Hi. Just an explanation. My iPhone told me it was time for me to stop watching YouTube so much because, you know, I'm glued to my phone all the time, obviously. And it kicked me from the stream. Crossing my fingers doesn't happen again. But as a solution for all you folks at home, I'm going to kind of cut the stream together for y'all using editing software. We're going to post it as a regular video. That way, y'all can see it as like one full thing. Once again, I apologize for that. I'm glad some of you found this already. And hopefully, if you actually did find this, send it to anybody else who was on the stream originally or anyone else who might want to come and watch us and just clue them in that Ian Dumas messed up. Anyways, catch you guys in maybe 7 minutes for the second period. I think we're down 2. But good first. I think we're almost ready for game time here. We got about 3 minutes left to kill off of this timer before we get back to it. I'd like to thank everyone for retuning in to the stream. So sorry about that last thing. That was a mistake on my part. I guess my iPhone felt the need to tell me that I've been on YouTube too long. As an aside, I'm going to string this together afterwards. That way we're not watching two separate streams. Anyways, let's wait for these guys to hit the ice. Jackson Lesko had a great first. We'll see how the second goes for him. And if you're the Huskies right now, you're going to have to change your game plan a little bit here, right? The Golden Wolves have been surrounding you and swarming you all over, and and they don't have the numbers that Alvernia does to deploy onto the ice and have to be very careful about how they choose to deploy the numbers, right? Their players are going to be a lot more exhausted because they don't have a lot more rolling lines to deploy. And we just know that by looking at the bench mass. That and also the constant attack from Alvernia and the lack of forcing them to defend has just been a big one. But I think the keys to the second period are to slow the game down a little bit here in your favor, right? Keep it in the middle area if you're Bloomsburg, and try to get some pushing into the offensive zone and chip away at that lead slowly, right? You have another period after this one to do it if you can do that. For Alvernia, nothing changes, right? You keep the pressure on, you don't stop pushing. And eventually you can deal the killing blow. Either way, shout out to the great players who contributed that great first period. That includes Chris Claycomb, who has 2 of his own tonight, 1 shy of a hat trick. So we'll be on the eye out for the first hat trick of the season, which could go to Chris Claycomb. And, you know, Dom Garcia for clutching up on that second power play unit with the goal after the power play had ended. Happens every now and then. But yeah, just a lot of great finishes. Oh man. Here come the Bloomsburg Huskies. Remember, their game is not out of reach yet, but there's definitely going to be a talk about. There was definitely a talk about how they're going to tackle this second period. And it's going to be using their resources in a way that doesn't destroy their ability to play hockey. That first period, they were outburned, outbeat, and outplayed on all fronts. And careless penalties led to some mishaps on the ice involving goals given up. That, along with the fact that Alvernia can deploy more people than Bloomsburg. And if you look at the benches, you can tell. I count only 9 skaters deployed for them. Meanwhile, we probably have like 18. So being more effective with the numbers and trapping Alvernia per se. Once again, Alvernia is a simple formula. Don't stop. Don't take the pedal off. Keep pushing. Right? And follow the formula. The formula was spelled out for you earlier. Anyways, the coaches are going to give their little speeches, so I'm going to flip away and let him do his thing. Tori, give us a celly. I am live. Tori, you got 20 people watching you. Give me a celly. Mark Tori to take this face off. The second period about to get underway here. Andrew Denny's out there in the backer. Vaughn Winter and Conaber. Conaber from the back. He's going around. Conaber has room trying. Oh, and Bloomsburg gets a nice early deflection, but not able to keep a hold of the puck. And that's a formula I think we want to have if we're Bloomsburg right now. Either way, Mullen trying to get some offense. Denny played it offside. It was a good option for him. Slow play down. And it looks like Alvernia is taking the Bloomsburg approach to it and slowing play down here a little bit on their own accord. Smart move by them. That's back to Andrew Denny. Denny finds his way to Winter. Inside to Conover, Mullen. Mullen around, and that's in the back of the net. And I think that's Andrew Mullen's first goal. Or did he save it? Never mind, that was a save. I thought that went in. I'm starstruck by that save. The goalie's ability right there to turn around, get a hold of the puck from behind the net, essentially, and yank it from crossing the line, that is an impressive feat. Either way, Bloomsburg coming out with a little bit of feist here early on, and they followed the game plan that I did say they should have followed after that first period, right? Take it slow down Alvernia a little bit here. They haven't let Alvernia get too much, and they've been more conscious about their limited number of players. Mullen has space, but he's being blocked out. Either way, Phil Juswick for Vaughn Winter. And we're going to get a call here. Now I think there's a too many men on the ice call there. And I think the timing just a little bit off on the exchange. Vaughn Winter will serve this one, and Alvernia's being put on the back foot here. Alvernia already has themselves a kill tonight and did an excellent job on the 4-on-4, so there are no concerns with that. Reese Wilson clears it out. Not able to get a good enough jump there with number 7 for Bloomsburg, and no one can blame him. That was a pretty high puck. But the lateral jump from him was certainly a sight to be seen. And Nathan Ciccarelli, deceptive as ever, he almost had that. I'm sorry to turn my camera quick enough for y'all. Bloomsburg trying to set up some offense, and that just gets away. That's going to go back and force them back to their own zone. And that ref had to jump there. Oy. He was concerned. And it's just kind of going back and forth right now. Working in the triangle formation here. 3 players as they cross the line. They got a 4th man, now a 5th. It's a 5-on-4 in Alvernia's zone. 1 minute left to go here before Vaughn Winter can exit. We can get back to 5-on-5. Oh, and Jackson Lesko had to hug that post. Brendan Fergus trying to shift that out. Doesn't happen. Phil Juswick's going to have to do it, and Juswick does it. It's Fergus who has to go back. Fergus trying to put some pressure on here. And it's Jimmy Spraccio. Oh, and he got turned around right there, but he had a good chance. Reese Wilson. They're going to change. Personnel change. Dom Garcia's on the back of number 7 there. Jimmy Spraccio around the boards. That's going to set up Dom Garcia, but it's offsides. The timing to enter the zone just barely off there. And, man, Dom's going to kick himself. He wants that one back, and I don't blame him. I want it back, too. It's good, Dom. You got your goal for the night. There's another one coming. Things are going to come back this way. And that puck is cleared out again. And applying some pressure on the goaltender to leave it behind. A 3-on-2, a 3-on-3 coming through. Bloomsburg has some offense now in Alvernia's zone. But Jimmy Spraccio, the solo man, he's facing a 1-on-1 right now. Trying to get a chance to the goaltender, it's not there, but Vaughn Winter's out. Vaughn Winter to the bench. Out comes Ben Maurer. Maurer to Bellantoni. Bellantoni came in. Around, Bellantoni tried to wrap it in. Beautiful play, but an even better read to set it up. And that's what you call getting your whole body involved. Bellantoni set himself out in front to try to put it in the back. That could have been an Ovechkin-esque style of play. They'll reset things here. A nice keep in there for John Bellantoni. Batted down. That's set up for Claycomb. Claycomb, it gets blocked out front. Has the goal! Chris Claycomb has a hat trick. Caddy in game 1? Yes, he does. Chris Claycomb, 5-year veteran. 5 years of amazing hat tricks now to add to that list. I believe that was Claycomb out in front. Once again, my reads may be off. So if they give a different deliberation, it's always possible. I've had it happen. Either way, Buki comes in. Logan Buki loses the puck along the way, but he's going to recollect. Buki trying to center that shot out front, and that's cleared. John Bellantoni has to go all the way back now. Bellantoni leaves it behind for Buki. Buki goes through. Buki has room. Buki has space. And that play's kept in the middle. In comes Peoples. Peoples tried to cross to Buki. Not there. Nobody home, but it was open for him if he was there. Bellantoni had it tipped to him. You got to love that one. And Lesko came up big there. Oh, my God. He had 3 players surrounding him, but he came up big. I was pulling my breath for that one. Let me just fix my camera here. My tripod's on a weird place tonight, but we're making it work. 5 minutes gone, 6-0. I do want to say that last goal is credited to Chris Claycomb, but I could very well be missing it. There was a whole lot of men out in front of that net. If so, that would be a Chris Claycomb hat trick tonight, because I believe he has 2 already. Once again, by my read. How confident am I in my read, though? We'll get there. Bellantoni from behind the net does a nice chip to Maurer. Maurer, oi! That one was coming my way. Oh! That one's poked out, and Peoples to play it. In center ice, Bellantoni to Maurer. Maurer finds room, he decides to shoot it in. Not a bad play, as there's more than enough defenders to try to take a hold of it. We are just 5 minutes beyond now, the second period. And that's gonna go all the way back to Conover. Ciccarelli breaking through. Ciccarelli has room. Ciccarelli across to Maurer. Maurer shot. Oh, off the pads. If he was home, he could have read that. Shot it again off the pads. Trying to get something going from the point. It's another shot. It's tipped by a player. And it looks like Bloomsburg lost some of their earlier move and groove that they were having early on this period. They had a lot of energy coming out, and that just seems to be slowly decreasing and deceasing to happen. Either way, Brian Pilpel to Brendan Fergus. That's blocked in. Pilpel, oh! Tried to backdoor it to Fergus, but a save. Shot again. The puck's still loose, and it's finally gloved up. And they're going to be happy to get that stop. A change of personnel is in order for Bloomsburg. Peoples will come out in exchange for Conover. Or sorry, not for Conover. He'll just come. He's coming back. I think he was going to go get something. Shot on point. That one got to the goalie. They're working around the boards. Oh! Might be able to get a breakout here. Intercepted, though, by Conover. It's not going to help their case either way. That's a pass across the ice. No icing. And they have a chance to put some pressure here, Bloomsburg does, in the offensive zone. A nice tip back, and they're going to gun it for it. Good job to gun it. But a passive number 82 causes 91 to have to make a last-ditch play to make a save there to potentially force a one-on-one with the goalie for Alvernia. This puck's all the way back. And the refs haven't caught a whole lot of icings here tonight, so I think that's a good thing for both sides. Bloomsburg with the offense coming here. Shot! Oh, and that one went high and wide. A good save there. I think that was Conover. Impressive by Conover for the defensive read. That one goes around. Reese Wilson came off the bench, and he intercepted. Oy. And that's some bad luck. You're trying to make those read plays, and they come off the bench, and it just kind of ruins everything you do. Trying to work it out of the board. Pilpel taking a stretch. Hopefully he's all right. From behind the net they go. This one belongs to Denny. Denny to Mullen. Mullen. There he goes down ice. Mullen finds his way back to Torrey. Torrey shot. Swallowed whole. And while the cuts haven't stopped coming, they've managed to slow the bleeding for the time being. And if you're Bloomsburg, you can't be feeling too bad about that. This face-off is won by Alvernia. Juswick takes a shot from the point. The far edge. Trying to wrap around. Instead, trying to set up for a long point shot, and that one goes to the heavens and is out. And Sparacchio comes out as the ref gets himself a new puck. Some long last names here. Not long enough to size down the letters, but still. Shot! That's glanced wide. That one's tipped. Phil Juswick. Juswick. That's cleared back in. I'm sorry to get you the angle of the far ice. I'm so enthralled. They come in. Juswick is hounding on the Bloomsburg offensive player. And the Huskies aren't able to keep control. Dom Garcia gets the dump. Sparacchio has some good footwork. Sparacchio finds room. Sparacchio trying to link up, though. Not there, though. And you hear the coach yelling, skate it, skate. Yes, it is a good time for them to get some offensive pressure here. Oh, and out in front, Lesko had a good setup and just wasn't able to give them any room there. Bloomsburg tried to take a change, or a chance, and couldn't as they were making the change. The offense is going to help them get some fresh legs out onto the ice and some tired ones off. Shot. That one's blocked. Alvernia's way. Dom Garcia. That one's blocked and kept in. Shot out. And this one's going to fall stick of Logan Buki. Buki to Maurer. Maurer. Shot. Glanced off the post, I believe. If not the glove. It was close. Chris Claycomb, who once again, I want to say he has a hat trick tonight, although I'm not sure what the deliberation of the referees has been. Either way, trying to set him up for one, hopefully, if he doesn't have one yet. As that comes out, Hayden Peoples. Oh, sorry, John Bellantoni. You don't see those hits out of him usually. That shot off the foot of Peoples. And Bellantoni and Peoples putting on a defensive show. This one goes to Buki. Buki can break two defenders if he wants. Buki working the puck. Shot. That one's loose. Buki again. Shot again. Swallowed whole and a save. You want to root them on here tonight? It's been a very... The score does not reflect the showing that Bloomsburg, I think, has had, though, in the second period. As that puck hits the netting. They, yes, the first period did not go so well for them, and it probably doesn't help that the second period score looks like this, but they've stopped the bleeding is, I think, the terminology or the phrase we'll use for this, right? Only one goal allowed, and they've started to enter the offensive zone with a little bit more urgency and with a little bit more of that time, right? Got caught between three defenders there. Ciccarelli, Fergus, and Pilpel. Pilpel over to Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli shot. Oh, and that one goes off the pads. Conover is option, but Pilpel goes for a cross pass. Von Winter able to keep that puck in. That's going to be Pilpel's to play. Brian Pilpel has himself set up. Brian Pilpel shot. Oh, that tipped off the post. Oi. You want to see that go all day. Holy Mackinac. How close they've gotten several times. They've hit posts, they've hit crossbar, they've hit pad, they've hit glove. Anything but the net. And now the puck's in the benches. And you can feel the tensions rising here as Bloomsburg becomes a little bit more desperate to get that goal. They're beginning to work their offense, though, a little bit more than you did see in the first period, and I think that's a positive step for them. Now I just have to get some sustained pressure, and I think they can crack down this Alvernia defense. But it's going to take time. Oh! And Andrew Denny showing us what skill looks like. What a move. To turn around and try to get that puck into the zone. Wasn't quick enough to get back, but still a good play by him. And from behind the net, they work. Out comes Alvernia. A nice cross pass to Mullen, I should say. Mullen gets caught up there. There's Torrey. Torrey shot. That pops up high. Those high pop shots were liability earlier in the game for Bloomsburg. An own goal that went Chris Claycomb's way. Von Winter through ice. That one sent off his body. I don't know what's going on. Juswick comes on as he sets up on the outside of the zone for what could potentially be a clearance. And no, that stays in. Phil Juswick with the good defensive read. Reese Wilson covering the right, or the left side, I should say, my left. That puck gets out. Torrey sends it back in. And that one glances off of Phil Juswick. He takes it like a champ. Mullen getting harassed. Or not getting harassed, I'm saying. Juswick's getting harassed as he exited. And into the rafters and nearly hitting Reese Wilson there. You good, Reese? Way to keep your eye on the puck. Yeah, we got an angle of this face-off to come. Roman Carpenter, Dom Garcia, Jimmy Spiraccio, Reese Wilson, and Phil Juswick as Alvernia has this puck. They're trying to work it. Shot. That one was a good save and a nice block out, but it's going to go right back to Dom Garcia. Dom Garcia finds Jimmy Spiraccio. Spiraccio has room. Back to Garcia. Garcia. That one's chipped to Wilson. Wilson had to collect. Wilson working. From around the point, Phil Juswick waiting. He goes back. And ahead of the defense, the puck goes. It's a 2-on-1. And a waste of a chance there. Just couldn't quite link up. Dom Garcia moves around a little bit. Shot. And gets that one with a nice high save. And you got to give him respect for that, because that's been the only positive going their way this game. At center, Spiraccio. Wilson in the back. Carpenter to the side. Garcia is also out there. Garcia on the left, working with the puck. Garcia. Oh, and that one glances wide. Justin takes a slapper, though. That's backdoor. Oh, trying to put it in. It was Carpenter. It was a good setup, but I think he just took too many men to get there. Shot. Oh, and Dom Garcia not able to catch up to that one. And that's off the netting. Might just come just outside here. But we're going to see some changes here from Bloomsburg. 91, 88, 33, and 16 coming on to provide the fresh legs for this team. 5:14 to go in this second period. Bellantoni keeps that one, and he takes a slapper, and that's swallowed in the chest protector. And man, Bells was showing off right there. Second right first, he's like, I can do the wrister. Bellantoni's gotten close with a couple of those, and his wrist shots from the far point and his slappers provide power and energy, so they are a valuable asset as he gets that puck down. He's going to have to work it this time, though, with some pass play. Buki with the slap. That puck might finally escape the zone. Yes, it does. But quickly back the other way goes Logan Buki. Buki. And that goes all the way down ice. Ref's arms up. So is Lesko's, and he knows this is an icing. We'll go back the other way. Face-off to come in a second. I think we got an early run at it. Gotta quick reset things here. Anyways, it's Ben Maurer doing it this time. There you go. All right, Maurer gets it to Buki. Buki back to Bellantoni. Bellantoni shot. Back glanced off a skate. Trying to clear it, though, but it goes back to Chris Claycomb. Play. Chipped, shot. Oh, and a backdoor option for Maurer. He just couldn't corral it. There's Bellantoni. Bellantoni works it in. Tries to set up in front, and a nice save. Again, from behind the net they work. The forward operating base for Alvernia has been behind the net this evening. But they've been able to work from in front. Bellantoni. Bellantoni has the puck. He shifts, he dives. He's going around trying to find open out. Nothing to him. It's out in front. That goes to Hayden Peoples. Peoples goes around the defender. Someone's down the ice, and the ref's arm is up, and I think we might have a call here for that. And Buki's not too happy with that call. And they'll have Buki sit for 2. A 10-minute misconduct for Logan Buki, along with 2 minutes. They got him on hooking, supposedly. I could not fully catch it, but it was in the camera, and I did kind of see it happen. All I saw, though, was the player go down. Last one. Sparaccio to take it at center, and there's a delay. I think Coach Borelli trying to set up his players here. And Maurer will serve as well. Maurer will serve in Buki's place since Buki is out for the rest of the period and probably most of the third period, I would assume. Conover glances that one off the boards to Jimmy Sparaccio. Sparaccio, they're trying to get that puck in. There's Conover and Garcia. Garcia blocking down the man. And oh, that puck's out. That's an easy grab for Jimmy Sparaccio. Sparaccio has room. It's a 2-on-1. Dom Garcia, Sparaccio, but Sparaccio says, I'll do it myself. And it's in the back of the net. Jimmy Sparaccio, 7-0. Man, boy, that was athletic. That was beautiful. And I'm sure there's a lot of fans in the stand loving that one. Well, if you wanted to make a statement about that last play, Jimmy Sparaccio did it, and a statement it was. Face off to come, Darm Garcia at center. That one gets glanced back to number 10 for Bloomsburg. They're gonna try to set something up here now, and that one goes out. Don't worry, I won't claim the puck this time. Either way, this faceoff will come to the outside. Three minutes to go here, and the clock is probably relieving for Bloomsburg as they have not been able to crack through even on the power play. Alvernia, and there's the goal. Well, what a response. Jimmy Sparaccio comes across and that's at top shelf. And then Bloomsburg comes back, number 12. Or sorry, is that number 13? Number 13. And he does it himself. And you know what? This game wasn't all a loss after all. They're on the board and they can chip back at it. And that's what we were saying earlier. You got to slowly chip away at that lead.
Really, bro? I didn't even swear at you, bro. I just said something to you. Like,
either way, there's Bloomsburg to take the puck. Bloomsburg is trying to work it through center. They're being harassed all the way through, though. Ciccarelli and Pilpel. Oh, my God, what a unit. What a unit those two guys are. What a unit those three guys are if you throw in Fergus. That puck goes around the boards, finds its way to Reese Wilson. Reese Wilson glances that back to Brian Pilpel. Pilpel, here he comes. Pilpel, twisting, turning. Twist and Shout, the good song by the Beatles. There you go. That's a reference and a half. Trying to work this puck back across. And oh, out in front, could have sent it in home, but tipped just wide enough to allow it. And they aren't going to be able to enter this zone until Alvernia touches, but oh my Lord, that hit off the ref's foot. That's going to go around. That's going to be calling icing. The referee assistant's tipping that puck on the last one. Referee assistance on that last icing call went off the boot there, but alas we stand. Brendan Fergus to take. Fergie. And oh, Ciccarelli sent someone down there, so that's going to set things up for Pilpel. Pilpel, a little bit slow there to enter the zone. I don't blame him. I mean, they have a comfortable lead. Shot, that deflects high. Out to get it, though, is Reese Wilson. That's not offsides. That glances off the glass. Juswick's going to go back to feet. Fergie's going to try to recept. And Fergie's there doing the work. And shot to the chest protector with 1 minute remaining. We're going to get a quick reset. Ah. 7-1 we stand. Another face-off win for Bloomsburg, but Alvernia quickly intercepting. That one glanced off the backboards. No need to be too worried, but the recoil could do something. as Alvernia is headhunting the puck. They have it. Cross. Oh, trying to open up there for Mullen. Mullen couldn't quite get to the point. Either way, Andrew Denny. Denny working around. He's got John Bellantoni's number. Bellantoni to Andrew Denny. Denny has options. Denny tried to go across, and Bloomsburg not able to pick up that puck so immediate, so alas, will be a battle for it. Mark Torrey is going to be able to get a hold of that one. Torrey, the centerman and the quarterback for this unit, takes a shot.
10.
Bellantoni, 10 seconds left he's got. And I think Alvernia's just going to try to kill it down, if not get a good opportunity to shoot it in the back of the net. Either way, there is a hand up and a stoppage in play. And the goalie's going to need a stress here. And they'll get 88 for 2 on this one with 2.7 seconds left. This will carry over.
We need people up.
And the coach giving his instructions in the meantime as we get set for what will be a brief play here. Alvernia's turn to power play, though. That puck is dropped. Out of the zone it goes, and that's the second period. 3 seconds gone by on number 88's minor there. And he will return in the third. Thanks again to Coach over there for giving me the puck. the whole time.
Oh, that's okay.
We'll restart. We'll restart.
Yeah, that's okay. Go for it.
All right. We got the merch. I'm sorry. I was muted. I didn't realize. But no, I was asking him about, we have the D2 showcase this year and how he feels about the team and stuff, right?
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, all the parents, we circled this date on the calendar. All of us have been chomping at the bit for Wolves hockey this year. Excited to see, the returning players and what new players we have. I mean...
Well, how we liking the new guys so far? I mean...
I'll be honest, everyone looks like they fit in right now.
I think the big concern was a lot of our guys were really small and worried how they were going to go up against big guys, but like Ciccarelli and Fergus last year, they're handling their own and they're pulling the weight, no problem.
Yeah, and last year was a learning curve for the smaller players. I think this year, they already look like they're ahead of the curve. So, I mean, that's a huge bonus for us.
With guys like Conover and Mullen looking very good. We can even probably throw in, obviously, the new line, Fergus, Ciccarelli, and Pips. While not a rookie line per se, they do look absolutely nasty when they're playing.
You know what? They all the lines look good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say one line looks better than
of
the
course.
other. Not in game one.
Nope.
But I think all the lines are doing exactly what they need to do. We have scoring very up and down the lineup today. So
I think Clay,
like I said, the few saves Lesko's had to make, he's made them.
And he's looked very good while doing it. Lesko has had good form, and we know that Lesko had a very tough time in his first start against Union. I think they started Lopez in the Stony Brook game.
Yes.
And so that meant Lesko's first start was against Union. He had a very tough time in that one, and he came back and he did really well, and he helped clinch, obviously first place for Alvernia. Eventually went on to win the DVCHC championship, obviously. So, Lesko has looked even better in his third year, and obviously there was a big learning curve for him last year. Lesko to that point last year only ever started in one, maybe two games, thanks to the heroics of Colin King and Jason Nold, veteran goaltenders who were kind of coming into their final year. Kind of like Chris Claycomb, who I think has a hat trick already tonight.
You know what? I'll be honest. I've lost track because it seems like scoring's coming from everywhere.
Hat trick Clay here had one as an own goal, and then he had one right after that, and I think he had one in between Dom Garcia's seconds after the power play goal, but on that power play 2 unit, he did score with them. And yeah, he's looked awesome too. For a guy who's in his 5th year, Clay looks really well developed. He's not playing like someone who is a veteran sitting back. He's playing as a veteran who wants to get involved and help his players get involved and better, and he's done that here tonight. And obviously, it's no secret. You and I have talked about it. I think every one of the parents knows it, right? This is one of our easier matchups. So as we get further in the season, I think it's going to really be put to the test how well these lines kind of fiddle out and how well the veterans, the second years, and our first year guys kind of play together. And, the showcase has been awesome.
Yeah, and I think the main thing we have to focus right now is this is a division game. You have to win the division games. If we want to go to Florida, we have to get through our division. So one game at a time. Like I said, next week is going to be a big challenge, which I don't mind the challenge.
No, of course not.
I rather see them play, play challenges because you can't, nobody wants to have a cakewalk.
Yep.
And they're players. They want to play.
Yep. And then on top of that, we have the notion of we're going to Florida. When we go to Florida, we face a lot of hard teams. I think this is a great chance for the team itself to get maybe not a lesson in like losing, definitely not, but maybe some experience in playing some maybe higher level tier teams than what they're used to facing.
Well, like I said, what you want to do is, if you look at even our schedule for next week, we have another matchup from Nationals next week. Like I said, we want to show, do better than we did at Nationals.
Yep.
So it's starting now. Let's start making statements now.
And I think
can do it.
Yeah. Tonight's been a great statement, let alone repeating the success that they've had against Bloomsburg. They went 3-0 against them last year. Bloomsburg did get better as the season went on, getting a couple more in the net past Alvernia, but Alvernia making a very similar statement to the one that they did in October of last year when we came here.
Yeah, and I think the big difference too from last year to this year is we seem a little more disciplined than we've been. So that only will help us, going further on all games.
Agreed. And a lot of the players, especially the young ones, looking extremely disciplined, all things considered. And